for the Knicks. Can they match up with Capella and company on that front line?
Knicks reset to Randall, 10 seconds to shoot.
It's safe to say Trae Young has been handling his fair share of criticism for a long time now. For some people, it will get to him, but for others, it's a different story. Let's go back to that high school game where the crowd was chanting overrated, and let's see how that turned out. Trae Young's squad beats rival Norman High School in dramatic fashion. And also, he had 42 points. And did you notice the bow after the game winner? Did that look familiar?
In the appropriate, you are in the garden, you might as well take a bow.
Back in 2017, Ball is Life and channels like that were dropping videos like these every week, including this video called Trae Young is going to dominate in college ? Well, the answer was yeah, he will. Then if somehow you did miss the Trae Young high school days, well, he did the exact same thing in college at Oklahoma. Trae was James Harden in Houston while he was at Oklahoma, averaging 27.4 points and 8.7 assists. He was also the first player to lead the NCAA in points and assists in a single season. First ever player. He was literally Oklahoma's basketball team. They ended the season with a decent record of 18 wins and 14 losses. And also they ended up losing in the first round of the March Madness tournament, coming in as a 10th seed and losing to a really underrated Rhode Island team in overtime. Now if you only care about the NBA, you only know the Atlanta Hawks' Trae Young, the dude that just led the Hawks to an insane playoff run that not even Trae himself expected. If you would have told a Hawks fan before the season that their team would be in the conference finals, they literally wouldn't believe you, let alone the fact that they started the season 14-20. And yeah, a lot of injuries and crazy things happened to help get the Hawks there, but you play who's in front of you, and that's what they did. Speaking of injuries, one of the only things that could slow Trae down the entire playoffs was his ankle injury in the third quarter of Game 3, which caused him to miss two of the biggest games of his career. The same series, he scored 48 points in the very first game, leading the Hawks to a win, which is an NBA record. He's the second youngest player in NBA history to score 45 plus points and 10 assists in the same game. That other person? Luka Doncic, the dude he was literally traded for. It was also the most amount of points from a Hawks player in a playoff game since Dominique Wilkins in 1989. Trae Young has scored more points in a playoff game than Steph Curry, Luka, Dwayne Wade, and Shaq, while tying LeBron and Kobe for the most amount of points scored in a playoff game before turning 23. Yes, Trae Young is 22 years old. The amount of accomplishments Trae Young has racked up early in his career is really insane, but what's crazier than that is the fact that he's been shooting these deep threes, breaking ankles, and doing all these celebrations since he was in high school. Watching his high school games, he sticks out so much. And I don't know what's more impressive, the fact that he's able to do these things he's doing in the NBA in high school, or the fact that he's doing what he did to high school players to NBA players. Him doing these flashy moves is extremely entertaining, until it's done to you. Like the time Trae nutmegged Trevor Ariza.
Yeah, he tried to go through his legs and Ariza didn't care for that at all.
When you're a grown man like Trevor Ariza and a 22-year-old is dribbling between your legs, that's gonna hurt some feelings. But is that worse than being a kid in high school signing up for basketball for fun and ending up on the wrong side of a Trae Young crossover after a long day of school? I don't know, but either one is absolutely disrespectful and I love it. You could tell some players were clearly going to the league like LeBron, Zion, or Ben Simmons, but the one characteristic all those players have in common, they're all giants. They're 6'7 plus in high school, and Trae Young is looking at a whopping 6 feet tall if he's lucky. He's currently listed at 6'1", but come on now, we know how accurate the NBA's measurement system is. They listed Kevin Durant at 6'9 for like 5 years. Here's a picture of KD standing next to two 6'10 players. While being slightly behind them, he's still taller than both of them. And if Kevin Durant isn't lying about his height, then somebody is. But Trae was able to show that he's NBA ready even as a 6-foot high schooler. The moves and shots that he would take in high school, aka the moves and shots that any other high school player would get benched for, somehow carried over to college and even the NBA. It sucks the run was cut short by the eventual champions, but the fact that they even got there is a big win and a move in the right direction. But that's all I have for the video. If you did enjoy, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to support a local business.